So in the previous video, we saw that how we started using p5.js to create this picture, and this is a continuation of that video. I will add the link to the first video if you haven't watched it yet. So let's talk about color. By default, any shape added in the canvas using circle, as we have done here, or even rectangle or any shape will have a default color of white with a black stroke. So if I remove the fill here, we see that the default color is white with a black stroke. And to change that rule, we had used fill in our previous video, and as mentioned, you can mention any common color name and p5 will recognize it, or you can also use RGB. Now any shape drawn below fill, this fill will have the default color yellow. Next thing that we want to add is the ground, which is the green ground, almost from the starting from the half screen to the end of it. For that we will add a rectangle. So for the rectangle, what you need to give the input is the position of top left corner of rectangle, and then define the width, and then define the height. In our case, starting of the top left corner will have to be 0 from the right, which is x, and 200 from the top, which is y. So we'll say 0, which is x, and 200, which is y. So the starting point of our rectangle is placed here in the middle. Now let's define the width, which is same as the canvas, and that is 600. Now that we have defined the width, let's define the height, which is again 200, and our rectangle is placed. So again, the top left corner position, 0 to the right, we want it to start from right here itself, and 200 to the down, so here it was positioned, and then 600 to the width and 200 down. Yeah, but now you see that this ground is created, but the color is still, it is picking yellow. And if we want the color to change, right above we will add a new rule by saying fill, and the shape below should have green. So now any shape added below this fill green will have a green color. Now our sun also needs a stroke of orange, and now let's go ahead and below the fill, before the circle shape, let's add a new rule for the stroke color, and that is going to be orange. Now once you add it, you see that it is applied to both the rectangle below and the square circle below. So the rule for stroke is orange, which is followed for all the below shapes. Now let's add the stroke weight, and let's increase it to 20. Now this is the rule for the stroke weight for all the shapes below, and hence it is shown in both the rectangle and the circle. To change the rule for the rectangle for the stroke weight, all you need to do is right below this the rectangle, before the rectangle, add the new rule for stroke weight, which is 0, and hence all the shapes below the fill green and stroke weight 0 will have green color without any stroke. And that's it for today's video. Let us continue to build this picture in the next video. See you. Thank you.